Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, bitches.
Hello, guys. Oi.
Hello. Chicken nugget.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All rise and like, subscribe, and bang the gavel, baby.
Oh, that was 4 knocks of the gavel today. That was interesting. All rise, order in the court.
Courts, everybody.
Case. By the way, we are not late because of me. Greed made it home on time.
This guy. I do apologize.
Good job.
I just had the diarrhea.
The doctor. Hey, it's the doctor.
Doctor's here.
Anyways, they're just getting things started just like we are. We got something we'll run to here and bounce back a little bit. That's how that works. A Huskies world. Hello. And welcome.
My wife is terrified of huskies.
Really?
Yeah, she thinks they look like wolves.
Oh. Well, I can kind of understand that. Hello, Ed.
A wolf phobia. I can't even have those really cool shirts with all the wolves on them, you know. Like
No, I made
wear.
it back just in time. We went and got very expensive ice cream, and we're here.
Very expensive ice cream. Oh, shit.
Oh, it is not cheap. You want to guess a little cup of chocolate custard, and I got a regular size strawberry milkshake.
That milkshake cost something. I'm gonna say it was $11 for those two items.
That's pretty close. Actually, it was but I also tipped her. She's very nice. It was $13.10, I think, which is a bit atrocious. But listen, it's a vacation, 2-hour vacation day, so why not go for it? You know, I mean,
All in, baby, all in.
They do have some nice looking orange Crocs there.
They don't typically have the actual prisoners in here, do they? We typically see
I don't think so.
People that are, just man off the street type deals, doctors and things.
Well, that's cute. They actually do like a whole graduation stuff, Angela. I like that. I didn't even get to walk across our stage, but I didn't want to. When it really graduated.
You're graduating basically from middle school to high school then. Heading on in, doing your thing.
By the way, TK, noticing it, the cord is really, I don't know if they were doing that. What is that thing, where you go under the
limbo?
Thank you. Yes, limbo. But man, she hanging good today.
We were missing a cord that we had last time because it was a gray one. Somebody didn't bring in the gray one.
Oh, that's a shame.
Bring it in. Excuse me.
I'm sure that she cheated along the way, but I'm not sure. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and watch it tonight and count up. We're not sure.
I think it kind of got tightened up because you had a really bad hole.
Yeah.
And I think that equaled out her really bad hole that she started off with.
Vivian, I wore it for 1 hour and 10 minutes that day when we got back for the stream. So
well, it's like people are like, I'm sure people are like, damn, Mikey don't never change his clothes, but I just have a stack of shirts over here on the office couch that I got to change out of. I had a green shirt on, I had to change it before. So.
I see what you did there. I'm heading down to Key West soon. I want me a Cobb salad after I get faced. All right. We're here for We Got a Cage, not just to sit around and BS all day. Let's jump up. Where are we going to, by the way? Where are we?
My courtroom? I think I know we're in Michigan.
Okay, well, that's good enough.
You're not to use,
And we're in courtroom 4.
For alcohol unless you have a valid prescription for the drug. Do you understand that?
I don't want to seem like a creep like the rest of these people.
You're not to engage in any assaultive or
Miss
threatening behavior.
Pace.
You're not to travel outside the state without prior approval of the court. You're not to purchase or possess a firearm or other dangerous weapon. Do you understand that?
It's their way of
Yes,
getting
sir.
guns off, pew pews off of the streets. Is just tell everybody that gets in trouble.
Yeah, it's
It's
a really weird thing. I mean, that's one of the first rights some of these states take away from you.
Weekly, okay, sir?
I'm glad you guys enjoyed that.
Yes, sir.
We'll definitely do it again soon.
Do you have any questions?
Or a wireless mic, maybe, Nigel. I mean,
Any
it's
additional matters
weird.
for
I
the
don't
record,
know.
counsel?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, sir. And we'll see you at your next court date.
Oh, it's
Mm.
nice. Did you hear about the? I thought they were kids that dug themselves a hole on the beach in Jersey
No.
and had to be rescued. Come to find out, one of them's dead, and they're like 17. Yeah, right on the beach. I got to pull up the story. I didn't read it all the way
In the
through.
matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus.
Have to talk about that on the
McKinley
OG tonight.
File number 22
You have an OG show tonight?
317, counsel appearance.
Oh.
Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to
Got
represent
him.
Mr. Weston in his arraignment this afternoon.
Thank you. And you're McKinley Weston?
Ew.
Okay, so today's the
terrible.
date that's set for an arraignment, and I have before me a felony complaint.
Oh, I
It alleges that on or
don't
about
like
May
washing brand new
17th,
shirts.
2022, at the
After a
area
mini
of
golf sweating in 90 degrees, though,
Prospect, which is
she
in
got
the city
get
of
washed.
Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan. You did allegedly in count one commit the act of assault with a dangerous weapon, also known
Uh-oh.
as felonious assault. It alleges that you did
Felonious.
make an assault upon a Janaya Manual with a dangerous weapon, being a knife, but without intending to commit the crime of murder or to inflict great bodily harm less than murder. This is contrary to Michigan Compiled Law 750.82. This is a felony, and the maximum penalty here is 4 years and or $2,000 and fines. Your DNA is to be taken upon arrest, and a consecutive sentence may be imposed
DNA.
under MCL 750.506A if the assault was committed in a place of confinement. Do you understand the charge there and the maximum penalty?
I don't know. Can you just hurry up? Because
Associated with
Jacob's got some Dungeons and
Yes, Your
Dragons and
Honor.
Warhammer to play in a little bit.
that? You have the right to be represented
Jacob's
by
really
counsel
shy
made
around
by
Miss
the Office
Pace
of the
over
Public
here.
Defender, but that's for the purposes
Well,
of your
he doesn't
arraignment
talk to
only.
women.
You have the right to have an attorney represent you at each stage of the criminal prosecution. If you cannot afford to hire your own attorney, you can request to have court-appointed counsel representing you at the expense of the public. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is he requesting court-appointed counsel?
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Weston, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say and anything you put in writing can be used
We
against
got to have a
you.
few minutes
You
with
have the right
Judge
to
Herman. We
plead
can't miss
guilty.
out
You have
on
the right
that.
to plead not guilty. You have the right to stand mute. You have the right to proceed to a preliminary examination within 21 days of today's date. At the time of preliminary examination, sir.
This
you
is
have
what
the
I'm
right to have
understanding happened.
prosecution bring sufficient evidence
I
to
mean,
establish
Wow, I didn't
cause
realize she has such big breasts,
crime
but
was committed with
that'll work.
sufficient to charge you with the
Pendulous.
crime. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the right to proceed to trial.
Mayor, good to see you, bud.
You have the right at the time of
Glad you're
trial
doing well.
to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent at trial and not have that silence be used to prove or implicate your guilt. You have the right to have the
That,
prosecutor prove each
I-
element of the charge.
They had
against
some.
you
I
beyond
don't
a
remember which.
reasonable doubt.
Is it
You have the right to
with
cross-examine or question any of the
Judge Simpson,
witnesses the prosecution
where they
intends to
have
call.
the
You have the right to
kids
call
that
your
are
own
still in
witnesses to
college come
present
on and
evidence
actually
further your defense
practice
position.
as a
You
lawyer.
understand those
Yeah.
rights?
They'll let them
Yes,
talk
Your Honor.
every once in a while and read stuff.
You also have the right to have representation with you while, or if you are being questioned or interrogated at any stage during this prosecution. Do you
Give it
understand
over
that?
to Judge Kevin a while.
Yes, Your Honor.
For the purposes of his arraignment,
guy?
how does he want to plead?
Phone guy.
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Mr. Weston, you're currently scheduled for probable cause conference. It's set for May 26, 2022 at 8:30 in the morning. That's before Judge Stacia Buchanan in courtroom 2.
God
You
bless.
have a preliminary examination before Judge Stacia Buchanan on Thursday, June 2nd, 2022 at 9:30 in the morning. Did you get a copy of your notice to appear?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's got a very nice polo shirt on, by the way.
I was just gonna say, is he just coming in, or they just dress up their?
He must have-
Bailey Street,
He had to just
Franklin,
got.
Michigan.
Hello, Lynn.
Lynn, everybody, Lynn.
Hello, Lynn.
To the Abercrombie and Fitch fortune.
Your phone number.
Hello, Sharon. Tell Rick we said hi and have one for me.
773030501.
Are you currently
Giving out a
employed?
social.
Yes, I am. At Collier's Painting Incorporation.
Painting
Repeat that for me.
Incorporation.
Collier's Painting Incorporation.
Incorporation? Is it not? Why wouldn't it be incorporated?
I pretty much just paint and tell everyone what they need to do and where they need to be at.
That's called a supervisor of a paint crew. Incorporation.
Where'd you eat? We went to the Bojangles Incorporation.
Yeah.
And had a steak biscuit that wasn't.
They said, "Welcome home."
Yeah, they sure did. It was super nice. I mean, it was like going through a Chick-fil-A. But it comes out and says, "Welcome home." Great. I mean, welcome home.
You're currently on probation or parole.
I haven't
Uh-oh.
did probation yet.
I haven't
Shit. What did
did-
my brother do?
probation.
About your rights? Are you ready to proceed this afternoon?
This is my older brother.
Can I have your rights form, please?
How long before your nephew or niece is due?
I do
He's-
need you to
he is a little
sign
pregnant.
this back. Well,
Little
actually, I
bulbous.
don't need you to sign this.
We had interns back in the day. We even had the
right,
first
um,
ever reality show on the radio to win an internship.
He was placed on probation for shoplifting, criminal
Slash job.
trespass, February the 12th,
Part
2020.
timer.
His time's been told 576 days.
Davis.
Expiration date is now 9/10 of 22. He's failed to appear for a scheduled court date on November 17th of 21. Failed to report to probation as directed. Failed to pay court-ordered fines and fees. Failed to complete community service and has failed to complete a shoplifting class as directed.
Helen had some
You
boobs,
admit
but
that you
she also had a
violated your
mustache.
probation?
Yes, sir, but there's all,
Wasn't very
it's actually
attractive.
my fault, you know what I'm saying, because when everything shut down and when the last time y'all brought me in here,
6.
my aunt, she was in the hospital with corona, and when she got out, she.
Not supposed to be drinking in a hospital, sir.
And that's the reason I didn't come back here to, record that day. It's because when she passed away that day. My mom, she's here to.
He's making up stories about your family.
No, mom's going to collaborate. In fact, is that
That's the reason why I couldn't, wasn't
what's
able
the word
to come
I'm-
back up here.
Where you from?
Collaborate.
You're from- Yes, sir.
Collaborate.
It stated that she passed,
So, go ahead.
actually had stated she passed away October last year. but it's-
October of 2021.
Correct. And it's- The missed court date was November. of
This year, right?
Right. And he's on
Yes,
his
that's
third
when
one.
she just
Dustin?
passed. Is when the last time I was here and y'all told me like, y'all give me another to come back in front of you to see how I was doing. That's when she got out and she passed away. That's the reason I wasn't able to come back, here.
Was she his ride or what?
That's what I was just thinking.
How long have you been in jail?
Like 6 days, 7 days.
Okay, so not before they invented taxis
Come
and
got me at
Ubers,
work
right?
when I was at work at the engineer floor. I did work at the paper mill. I
I do-
lost my job at the paper mill, but I got me another job at the
Paper mill.
I thought that's
So
what
you
he said.
haven't paid anything
Pepper mill or
really?
paper?
You
He's got a
haven't
little
done
bit of a
anything
thing there.
really.
Here's a picture of Creed and his brother playing
I'm gonna
golf
revoke
together.
30 days. And close this out.
So she made a mistake and didn't write down 2 holes. So I got to go back tonight and watch it.
Yes, mistake. That's what they call it, Creed. Well, he's. I really am sad they didn't get him matching tops and bottoms.
I think they did. It's just that
Yeah, we do need a social.
his has been worst quite a few times. It looked just like this Bucky shirt. And then it got.
What?
Could you imagine?
Are you 112 years old, Ed? I mean, were you one of the guys after Al Capone? That sounds very low.
Okay, next.
Doctor.
Bring the doctor on in.
Robert Caden.
Oh.
You'll approach the podium.
Step to
Mr.
the
Caden,
mic.
Have you had a chance to
like a
review your
vandal?
rights form?
Yes, sir.
You have any questions for me about your rights?
Not really, no, sir, I don't.
Okay, are you ready to proceed this afternoon?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yeah, I like how they do that. They bring papers
Mr.
down to each
Caden
of them to look at
was
before
placed on
court.
Probation for disorderly house, 2 different times,
Disorderly house?
Excuse me.
September 23rd of 2020. His
Oh,
time was
Nigel, I've never
66
even had a
days.
Mexican pizza, so
His new expiration date would be March.
It's first
4th of
time for everything.
23.
Creed.
Do you, okay,
He's failed to report as directed, failed to pay quarter
I like that
fees
line.
directed, and has failed to do the community service work as directed.
so, Mr. Caden, just let's cut to the chase. What's going on here?
I
What?
haven't been able, I haven't came down with coronavirus, but I don't have transportation and I haven't been able to get back and forth to probation.
Are you working?
No,
Big
sir.
three.
I'm mentally disabled. I don't know if you knew that. And I'm incarcerated right now, as you can see. And, I thought they had ran.
As you incarcerated?
It was, misdemeanor court. I think it was magistrate court. So I've already.
Magistrate,
Superior court, sir, superior.
Superior Court. Okay,
Yeah, I thought
What?
they had already ran all this together in the same thing when I played it out to the.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to,
Have like 90 days left, sir.
90 days left for them.
Yes, and I was hoping to
So
get
I'm
time
gonna
served.
I'm just gonna give you, I'm gonna
100
revoke
days.
90 days
It's close to
to
90
serve,
days.
to serve, concurrently with your Superior Court revocation. Okay? That's how we're gonna do it, and then we'll close that out.
God bless.
Wow.
That's it.
Banging through these boys today.
I'm mentally disabled. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't have the C word, but I didn't have any transportation. My
Okay.
mom's still alive. Sorry, Your Honor. Ugh.
That dude come up with a story. I loved his backstory he laid out there. Truck stop concierge is always a good career move for any young man or woman looking to get their foot in the door in the concierge business.
Oh, Nathan, I could be down for a good wing. We just got back from Abbott's, which is a Rochester, New York staple for the custard. I'll show you the pictures later. They got a bunch of
Am I the only-
sauces and stuff and hot dogs
These
from
are- you-
the area.
This gentleman is.
Am
isn't
I the
he?
only one who feels like 25 cents is too much
You
for
were here
a
last
chicken wing?
week, right? You were here last week.
How about when I started at the radio station? I was so young they couldn't even pay me. I had to wait till I was 15.
So that's why he was removed to talk to him. So he'll be back in just a
Put your glasses on, right, you douche.
Oh,
What's
I
your
hate
name?
when people do that.
Oh, I hate it. You'd lose all respect instantly.
Joseph Michael Smith.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
Mr.
got to be a
Smith, if you
fit.
will-
That's a fake name. Come on. Nobody's named Joseph Michael Smith, Tim, Tom, Jim.
Joe Mike Smith.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Why? I'm not even going to guess what he did.
Okay, Mr. Smith, I need you to speak with Mr. Jones. He's your
Mr.
attorney that I appointed to you
Mr.
last
Is it
year.
a diaper?
And so let's see what he does.
Is it full?
What he needs to do.
he's making he got a couple
Okay.
diapers on.
If you'll just have a seat.
Could you imagine me that old and locked up? It just blows my mind.
I know. He'd rather be out riding the
Anybody else you
train.
want to take care of while we're waiting?
No, I want to talk to him, please.
Bryce Love.
Bring back hobo shoestring.
They just say Bryce Love. Is this some? It sounds like a rapper or something. No, is he a
Bryce Love.
SoundCloud rapper?
Love,
Don't
have
you
you had a
think?
chance
Sure.
to review your rights form?
Damn it,
Do you
Edwin,
have
getting
any
in trouble
questions for
again.
me about your rights? Do you have your rights form with you? You ready to proceed today?
Yes, sir.
See what this young man did. I'm saying driving without a license.
Mr. Price Love
drunk.
probation review from the 2nd of March of 22.
This guy or the guy before Nancy? Because the guy before him, I could see dating him.
I know exactly what you mean. Tall, dark, and dusty.
I kind of actually believe his name now. After seeing him,
After seeing him, I was like, oh.
They named him that underneath a bridge one time. One of his good friends that he ran into, where he was staying for a few days.
As he was ordained that day as well.
Then some people that were in a chase came by and stole his only bicycle that he owned. Rode off into the sunrise. Do you think that man's ever eaten anything cooked? Like I can just see him popping a can of everything and just like straight out, Chef Boyardee beans,
Actually, it was
anything,
for April 6th
right out of the
review.
can. No warming it up.
He was revoked 5 days. Upon his release, he was to report to probation. He was ordered to pay at least $280 a month.
See what you're
and have
talking
all
about.
his hours done by today's date.
Well, they probably won't because his beard's too big and he'll just light himself on fire on accident. He's a fire hazard. Glenn, we're waiting for you to walk in there and go, hey, this here's Earl.
Earl, can we get you just to sit on the front row one day?
One day, please.
Just like that guy is right there. Just-
Ask your friend Earl if he needs to go to court. I just got to do something.
All right,
Get it.
so where are we now?
Here, he is
We're at
reported
court, Your Honor. We're at your job.
as directed, but it's not made adequate payments.
No, not
Last
payments.
paid on Monday, $85. Paid on 4/8.
Tim, I can see that.
$40.
Let's just
A little
keep continuing
short
this a couple
payment.
more weeks. He ain't got
Not
longer than a
community
month.
Service hours.
Clear that one off the books.
He did report in to state that he was seeking mental health
Walter, good one.
treatment. Not a requirement
Good.
for the sentence, but it was his excuse for not having adequate payments or community service completed.
Are you not employed?
Semi, I do DoorDash
Semi.
just because
Ghost.
anxiety, it's hard for me to like be around a lot of people and do stuff. So that's what I've been doing.
I like that idea, Glenn. I have anxiety, so I can't get a
It pays
job.
Decently. It's just I've had a really hard time getting out of my room. I've literally for the past 3 weeks been
This
pretty
guy's
much
depressed.
in my room. I don't have like suicidal thoughts or violent thoughts. I just I get really depressed and the anxiety kicks in, and then it's really hard for me to make myself do anything.
Do you have any notes? Are you seeing anybody about that?
I have.
I set an appointment.
I
I,
have.
got an appointment with a place.
I'm looking at their stuff.
Cornerstone in Chattanooga. I tried to get
Like that idea, Jay.
When is it?
went in May 31st.
Okay, next week,
I
right?
think
Or
it's
the
2
Monday
weeks.
the following week?
Can't be around people dancing.
I tried to get proof from them, but they aren't set up that way through like to give me an email. They said that when I come in, I can request my files, and once I've been seen, that I'll have documentation to show that I am not lying and that I actually am seeking legitimate help.
All right, I'll see you June 1st.
Could you imagine
with
Glenn
proof
just sitting there, just minding it on his
of
own
your
business,
mental
just with a
health
sigh?
treatment, some report of some type.
And I will still try to do hours and
You
pay.
need to,
Absolutely.
because you're looking at jail time.
He then gets arrested.
So
Glenn, can we acquire one of those yellow mopping board things and just put a sign on that? Watch for the cable. Don't trip. Tripping hazard or something to it. Just set it down there and walk away.
Just walk up there and put it up there.
Just walk in, drop it down, and just leave.
yeah, I want all of your hours completed by then. That's
87 hours.
Oof.
They were in lieu of
87.
payment, but
let's figure it out.
thank you.
Let's get her done.
Get her done. Sorry, Your Honor, I have a hard time leaving my basement.
I don't think he's buying any of his story.
Nah, he's just so lazy. He just likes to play his games, his video games. Likes to sit in his Chinese kids.
He's making a mockery of this justice system.
Andy's Candies. Are you making up stuff now, Mayor? Because I just saw the other day
Did you get all you could eat?
giant Andy's candy bar, and you broke them off as you went. It's the first time I've ever seen one. Nathan, are you really a firefighter? I don't know if I believe that. Are you?
My job pays a lot because I'm a firefighter.
Aren't most firefighters in Western New York, isn't that all volunteer or no?
Well, you have to have professionals. You can't just rely on those dudes. Oh, I bet it was. I bet it was my guy Ulysses.
Tim, I wish you'd just get there. Oh, Tim, I wish you'd just get there and just say the truth, right? I mean, that's it there. Is this a different one? Oh my God, it's another one. It's not even him.
Are we in the elderly ward? Why are we bringing out so many old folks today?
Because they cleared out underneath the one side of the bridge. I told you. Talk away, sir, please. By all means.
Mr. Britt, can you hear me?
Can I get up there where I can hear?
Can I get a whoop whoop?
Can you hear me now?
Can I get up there?
I'm more comfortable with you being right there. Can you hear me?
Barely.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Okay.
So we're here on a probation revocation case.
They say.
Probation revocation. Understand.
Are you represented by Mr. Jones? Do you have an attorney?
No.
No attorney. So it is alleged that you violated your probation.
Chris, trust me, I feel
You
that.
admit that?
Yeah.
That you didn't come to a court date, right? In 2020, you didn't come to court on October 21st.
Remember?
You're here on pedestrian loitering. Where do you live?
Very cool,
Where
man.
do you live?
Where do I live? Let's see. 401 Barber Street.
Who do you live with?
William Hill.
Who is he?
He's a friend of mine.
Walter, you're on fire today. Sticky old man. I'd rather you stay right there at the podium, buddy. Thank you.
I mean, I know he's old, but here's a picture of him getting off the Mayflower. Probably one of the best pictures of him.
Hi, Paul. The NFTs are strong today.
That dude. That dude.
What?
Pedestrian loitering. Oh, what?
Welcome. What?
Why? I'm glad you did. This is the best decision you've ever made. Can we get him a public hearing aid? I
Did
like
we
that.
watch that, Tim? Isn't that the one that we no wait. His wife argued with the judge. Well, the guy was arguing with the judge. He kept saying that
He needed to go and take a shower at the house
and get his
he would
car.
leave. Yeah, and then it would
And
be
they kept
done.
saying, no, you can't go home.
I promise I'll leave right away. I need to change my clothes. First job I had, I think I made $2.75 an hour.
So it doesn't look from
At
the
the
report
Winn-Dixie?
I just looked at, it doesn't look like you have done anything. Right?
Then let me go.
Chin strap.
So I'm going to revoke the remaining part of your probation to jail.
He said,
You're going to jail.
I'm going to put you in jail for 3 months or for 2 months and
You'll never live that out.
23 days. but I'm gonna suspend that so long as you don't get in trouble for the next 2 months and 23 days.
Oh, well,
Your Majesty, I'm sorry.
Stay out of trouble. for the next 2 months, 23 days.
so he's staying at His Majesty just said that he is staying
You can help
basically
anything else.
at home.
Is another
In
court
jail.
holding you?
Is there another court holding you for anything else?
No.
Oh, who, me? No.
That's how we're gonna handle it.
Tell them about the time you you hijacked that plane, stole that money, and jumped out. And nobody could ever find you.
But you cannot be in trouble again,
Okay.
or you're gonna go to jail.
Tell me, I'm not gonna get no more trouble. Here, I ain't gonna get no more trouble.
Oh,
All right,
I done learned my lesson.
all right.
sir, can you
Thank
just
you.
say I'm not going to jail real loud for me, please?
My man.
I prefer men.
I'm never gonna get in trouble again. He's got prospecting to do. I mean, he's got to be in jail. He's got prospecting. He's a donkey somewhere waiting for this man. Come on.
All right. So do I understand that right? So he's going home. He's technically gonna be in jail, but he's gonna be home.
Home jail.
Do we think just as long as he doesn't get in trouble,
Idea.
he's good to go?
Never, never
Hey,
a good idea. ¿Qué pasa?
hey now,
Que pasa? He said. Que
Mike.
pasa?
Afternoon, boys.
Mike coming in with the yin yang.
Oh, I hope that Mikey didn't make you mad again, Walter.
I may by the end of the show. We'll see. We'll see. I think this old guy here.
Michael, do they make candy corn there by any chance?
Oh,
Or the
of course.
pumpkins? I like both of them. Sue me.
I like the Brock's that you get it's like the peanut clusters in a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Those are delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. All right, Joseph Michael Smith. Your time to shine, bud.
I didn't even notice that his hair is perfect. Perfect.
Uh-huh. Que pasa? I can't believe the judge said that. Can I get a little bit closer, Your Honor?
Yeah. Can I come and stand like that Hattie's doing now? Belly up against that cold, cold marble.
Belly against the bar. Knocks at me, things like, we're going to be doing an OG show anytime soon. I said, well, Bishop's working like
Asking the
17
wrong
hour,
one, buddy.
17-hour days. He said, okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't something I had done. I said, no, you're not in trouble. You're fine.
You're not kidding. Imagine that diaper not being on him and wouldn't be anything. You think Bishop didn't have an ass? Oh my God.
He has zero ass.
No. You're not allowed any water.
Oh, careful, girl. Careful, girl.
Oh, hey, watch it. Jesus. Afternoon, Fearless.
I will say-
9:02.
Her hair and makeup are on point. And what else is on point? You guys making sure you hit the like button. Share this out over on Facebook's hashtag free Edwin. My man's in trouble again. with the
My
Lord.
man.
Her makeup and hair are pretty on point from what I can see with this young lady here with the lips.
Is she? Do you think she's single? Because she does. She's very well dressed. I mean, I love what she's done here.
Mhm.
Is she trying to impress the judge? Maybe. I don't know. I just
I mean, maybe she's a high roller dog.
maybe she dresses that way every day. Who knows? It just seems like a lot to go through. is all I'm saying.
Well, it is, and I'm pretty sure we can all agree it is. She is very dressed up.
That's what it says, yes, sir.
Let's go to the mills. Don't be putting me in the clink. I get. Oh, he's on the phone. Look at him. He's talking to his wife. He's like, I know that she's all dressed up for you again.
Yes,
I'm happy about it. I see you on YouTube right now.
I know what you think.
This gentleman.
hell was that?
Que
I've got
pasa?
Joseph Michael Smith before me.
That's right, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith, you are represented by Giles Jones. Can you hear me okay?
Giles.
Giles.
Giles
Has
Jones.
he had an opportunity
I call
to
him JJ.
review- Has he had an opportunity to review with you your rights? Do you have any questions about your rights? Are you ready to proceed? Have you all reached an agreement?
Yes, I have spoken with the solicitor. The solicitor has made a recommendation of 10 days to serve in custody. Credit for the time that he has served.
Mellow?
I believe he's been in custody for almost a 10-day period. So this would be a
welcome, naughty man.
I think that would almost be a credit for time served.
Okay.
I thought you were saying that 10 days.
All right, so
like a death
Mr.
sentence, man.
Smith, are you satisfied with Mr. Jones' representation?
Yeah, not necessarily
He would
house
be
arrest, but that's
verbal.
kind of what I meant. Yeah. All right, we found it. We got it. I think it's pretty good. I think that's ideal
Has
for
he
that
answered
dude, to be
all of
honest
your
with you.
questions about the case and about your rights?
Johnny Appleseed.
You're here on a charge that's from 2015.
When you were a young
From
man.
February 2nd of 2015. This is
2015.
Driving while unlicensed in violation of 40-5-20.
See this man behind the
Not
wheel?
doing cigarettes, Ghost,
Right?
and a steak biscuit.
Nothing but the best.
You guess?
I guess.
If you don't know why you're here, let's figure that out. Because that's what I have you on my
Oh,
calendar.
that's a fake one, so that all the people that are coming to court don't hit on her all day.
Mhm.
She's there for the judge.
February 2nd, 2015, with an operating vehicle without a license. Is that a yes answer? Say yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what I see here is that you pled guilty to this charge when you went and talked to the solicitor. Is that correct? She's recommending that you get 9 days to serve with credit for the time that you've served. If I accept that, I'm going to add that there is a special condition to your sentence that you are not to drive unless you have a license. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to structure this as 12 months of probation,
Off the road.
but you don't have to report. You don't have to pay a supervision fee. You just need to stay off the roads and not drive.
Oh my God,
You are
he's
caught
driving.
Violating the special condition, which is not to drive, then the remainder of the 12 months
Huh? Be careful then.
will be suspended. I'm sorry, will be revoked, and you will spend that time in jail. Given my modification, I don't know, Mr. Jones, if you need to explain this more to Mr. Smith?
Do you have any questions about the special condition that he has added to your sentence? You're good?
You want to maintain your guilty plea? Anyone promise you anything or threaten you in any way to get you to maintain your guilty plea? Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol today? Mr. Jones, anything else?
We ask that you accept the solicitor's recommendation.
I'll accept the solicitor's recommendation with the modification of 12 months of probation with non-report status, with the special added condition that you are not to drive a vehicle.
Ever.
Okay.
Flatten all 4 tires right now before he leaves.
I do need you to sign the pad in front of you.
All right.
Good to
What
see
you are
him drive.
signing is
But
notice
that
that
was from
you drive
2015, though,
with
when he was
suspended
driving. It was 7 years
for
ago.
your
I mean,
failure
He was a teenager back then.
that,
I'm glad they're letting him out. There is a house somewhere that still needs
Entry of
haunting, and
the,
he's got to get back to work.
driving while unlicensed.
before I go, Yana, get a smoke.
What?
I mean,
What?
He may be excused.
I'd like to see him go and take the driving test.
Yeah. You under any drugs? 15. I take. That's what. But it just comes out. He says that, but it just comes out. I'm sorry.
The count one would be dismissed.
Where are we at now?
Sir,
Give you
please
a
raise
guess.
your right hand.
Hey, it's the Honorable J. Cedric Simpson, Your Honor.
You solemnly
High five,
swear or affirm
Samuel.
testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
Criminal
State your name.
docket.
Sam Batesel.
I could have seen
Right.
him on a John.
Sir, it's this court's understanding you're going to be pleading guilty
crunk.
to the charge of assault and or assault and battery. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and up to a $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Mhm.
And understanding that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
And you
Middle school
understand if by
teacher?
pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because of that, you're also giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent and not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Down
beyond a reasonable
flat,
doubt.
you know.
You understand that?
I understand, Your Honor.
All right. You understand you're giving up your right to appeal.
Oh,
All
God.
right.
So weird.
I understand.
Are you on probation?
I am not, Your Honor.
Are you on parole?
I am not, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything?
Why is he talking
other than
like
what's been
this?
stated here
I'm
today
not
on the
sure,
record? If you
but
plead
Mikey,
guilty.
I'll be right back, Your
No,
Honor.
Your Honor.
All right.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, Your Honor.
of your own free will
Yes, Your Honor.
and because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes, I do.
Yes, Your Honor.
On November 17, 2021, at the location of 4241 Inglewood Drive, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, what'd you do regarding an Alex that,
Wiazemski.
okay, that makes you think that you're guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you do?
Okay, well, what'd you do to him?
In a moment of impatience and frustration
Passion.
at not consuming his food, I administered unauthorized corporal punishment in the form of 5 smacks on his biscuit buttocks.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Are you claiming at all that that was corporal punishment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you,
May I, Your Honor?
please?
Thank you. Sam, you were hired by the parents to care for this child, correct?
Correct.
And they made clear to you that corporal punishment was not something they wanted you to use on the child, correct?
Correct.
And even without their consent, this was an offensive touching to the child because it was without the parents' consent to engage with the child this way, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's
Thank
a
you, counsel.
manny.
I would have never gotten there. Counsel, have I complied with the court ruling? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
You have, Your Honor.
The
Court
kid that
will
wasn't
accept the
his.
defendant's plea of guilty to count 2, count 1 is dismissed. Defendant is referred to probation for pre-sentence investigation and report. Sentencing in this matter will be June 15th, 2022. I'll set it at 9 a.m. or as your Zoom invite indicates. Bond with its conditions will continue. Thank
Well,
you.
he's
folks.
not a ninny.
Thank you, Your Honor.
A manny. Manny, right?
Court calls the case People versus Bryn Bodie.
Told you he was a teacher.
the people.
Your Honor, good afternoon. Joe Simon on behalf of Ms. Bodie. Ms. Bodie, will you state your name, please?
Bodie?
Bodie.
I
Sorry.
said it.
Okay.
Bodie,
No,
not
I
Bodie.
got it wrong too.
But
All right. What are we doing on this case?
Your Honor, the people haven't extended an offer in this matter. Ms. Bodai has completed a lot of treatment. I've received, without going into it on the record, she is taking care of a lot of issues that she's had, and she's been doing it for quite some time very successfully. So the people have extended an offer of an added count 2 of operating while visibly impaired, and the original count 1 would be dismissed.
I like that he made him tell us what he did.
And
That
Mr.
was
Simon, is
great.
that correct?
It is correct, Your Honor. Ms. Bode, I filled out an advice of rights form some time ago, but I reviewed it with her. So it's fresh in her mind. She's ready to enter her plea today.
A mini?
Ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name for the record, please.
Bryn Bodai.
All right. Ma'am, it's this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to the charge of operating while impaired. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to a $300 fine plus court costs. The court could order any rehabilitative
Good one,
services or
Brandon.
community service the court deemed necessary. Could also order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You had signed an advice of rights form and went through that with your attorney,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you understand
Hang in
that you're giving up the rights on that form.
Yes,
You're
Your
doing
Honor.
right.
You understand you're giving
like
up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation?
Just a sober link device.
Okay, it's not
Oh, that's
probation.
all.
Yep.
The way this
Are you
lady,
on
is
parole?
talking,
No.
I would have called her the
Has
wrong
anybody
name.
promised you anything?
No, Your Honor.
You to plead guilty other than that count 1 would be dismissed. Anybody threaten you or coerce you, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, Your Honor.
of your own free will
He was a
Yes, Your Honor.
weird.
and
too.
because you believe that you're indeed guilty.
That guy was
Yes, Your
weird.
Honor.
August 29, 2021, at the location of State Street, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, did you consume intoxicating liquor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you recall what you had and how much?
I had 6 or 7 Long Island iced teas.
Hey, at least she was honest.
Okay.
Give her that.
Stopped by the police?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Was there an accident?
No, Your Honor.
You were just stopped? Why'd they stop you?
I was driving with a flat tire. And somebody called me in.
All right.
That'll get
Were
you
you
every
ultimately
time.
arrested?
Yes, Your Honor.
And were you ultimately taken to the hospital?
You see
No,
this?
I was taken to
I'm
the jail.
sorry, we get a little bit of it gets
Okay,
addictive.
was there a
Tell 'em.
blood taken at the jail?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And were the results of that test of 0.228?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any reason to dispute those
0.22.
results?
No, Your Honor.
Forgot to tell you that those long
Taking
islands,
everything into
they were to cup
consideration on
that
that date
vehicle.
and at that time,
Yeah,
do you believe that
7
your
of
ability
those.
to operate that motor vehicle was impaired due to your consumption of alcohol?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have I complied
That
with
was her
the court?
dinner.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to know what time.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Defendant is referred to Von Schwartz for an alcohol screening assessment and the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be June 15th, 2022, 9 a.m.
Your Honor.
Zoom
Yeah,
invited.
yeah, well, hang on. Yeah, I think my client's gonna say she did a screening and assessment already. And Your Honor, she did it at first step.
Is that a dance studio or a alcohol assessment place?
Anybody have flashbacks to
Where
this
did she
guy
do
gonna
that?
say 79
This case was
degrees,
under
it's,
review for a long time, so
should be
she
about
got way ahead of this. That was
2
back
minutes
in.
right
September 18th.
Yep, correct.
Okay. If
Winds from the
you-
south southeast today should be
And you can ask
uh,
probation if that's going to be acceptable. That may be stale
easy
by this
flight
point.
today.
So we may need a new one in any event for the
Thank you,
purpose
Your
of
Honor.
sentencing. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. June
June-
15th,
At 9 a.m., Your Honor.
9 a.m. as your Zoom bite indicates.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, folks. Or calls the case of People versus Julia Curran.
Times have changed.
That's the
Glenn.
people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kyle Dupuy on behalf of Ms. Curran.
Amber Harris with and on behalf of Miss Julia Corinne.
She's not here.
Your Honor, I received
a little late. But
excuse me, I received a
flat
phone
tire.
call on Monday from Ms.
Her tire
Karen's mother
melted,
who
Your
stated
Honor.
that Ms. Karen had a medical procedure today and would not be able to attend court. It was too late
Thirsty
to
that day.
get a stip in order at that point.
Okay. All right, what I'll do is I'll adjourn this out to June 8th, 2022, 9 a.m.
Terminator, is that
Your
true
Honor, people are not
about
made aware
not
of this
waking
medical
up Navy
for
SEALs when they're sleeping?
I emailed the court alone, and Ms. Tang was
Is that
the
a
one
thing?
to have to include me on the email.
My ex-girlfriend's
See,
cheated on me with a friend of mine, and that friend,
Maybe Mr.
her
Chang,
his
yeah.
dad, was a Navy SEAL.
Maybe it did not get to me
Wake him up,
because
he'd get
everybody
killed.
wasn't on
Hurt very badly.
it. Okay, so
What? The Titanic, you say? There's a picture in that.
thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Your Honor.
So, Court calls
You hear
case
him okay?
People versus James Fortin.
That
Thank
guy
you
was-
for on behalf of the people.
Look at James, a little red in the
Afternoon, Your
face
Honor.
today.
Please
Reverend
report, my
Horton.
name is Matt Savage and I represent James Fortin.
Are you ever in a position personally, you yourself?
Sorry, that was me.
James, state your name for the record.
James Fortin.
Okay, what are we doing? Okay.
Your Honor,
Ron, can you-
I believe,
Go ahead, Caitlin.
I believe Mr. Savage is asking for an adjournment because he
Mr.
does have
Savage.
it's related case to our case. It's a felony, which is on the 23rd. So the felony will be leading the global resolution.
Well,
Okay.
Your Honor, that's partially accurate. I'm not necessarily asking for an adjournment, but that's how my discussion with Ms. Kirby went, that we would adjourn it because it seemed to make sense that this case should be resolved. on
iPhone
another
smoking a
case,
long one.
That's up at the circuit court.
Got himself 100.
But I was fine with setting this case for trial. So
Oh, he's using the
whatever the court
barbecue
wants to do.
lighter
What do you want me to do?
to light up the smoke.
Judge, the other case we have a pretrial set
Judge
for June
Simpson's going to get his
27th.
ass in a
I
minute.
don't know if the court wants to set this
Yeah.
for a trial after June 27th, and if I can't resolve it with that case,
Come
then we
home,
can
Lisa.
just move forward
Safe
with
and
the trial.
sound.
What do you guys want me to do?
I really have no
Mr.
idea what Mr. Savage wants, so.
I asked for, well, Judge, she knows what I want because I asked for a reduction.
She knows
And,
what I want.
Okay, fine. What do you want me to do with the case today?
Set it for trial.
I've missed Judge Simpson.
What do
Final
you
settlement
want me
conference.
to do?
June 15th, 2022, 1:30. Jury selection, June 17th, 2022, 8:30. Those proceedings are in person.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. What is this? Is this
You
gonna
don't
be?
got yelled at.
Yeah, he
Did
did.
you already give me this?
Yes.
I'm just trying to clear what I can.
Yeah.
before
I just. Once he wants-
Just Simpson very
There it
meticulous.
is.
Nope, this is the last one here.
He is. He usually runs a very tight ship.
I'm here, Your Honor, if the court wanted to. call me.
Ramander Sandu, court calls case. Ramander Sandu.
Caitlin Kirby on behalf of the people.
Mo-
Al Weinberg on behalf of Mr. Sandin. Judge, this is a
Menender?
daytime set for pretrial. I have talked to the prosecutor. They're not willing to offer anything, and my client does want to take just the plea on the principal charge since it's more than 7 years after his prior offense.
Your Honor.
He's ready to plea.
To the high BAC.
That's correct, Judge.
Sir, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your name for the record.
Manmander Sandhu.
All right, sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to the charge of operating with the high BAC.
Your
That is
Honor,
a,
sorry to interrupt, it's the second offense.
Manmander.
yes, second offense.
That's
High
correct.
BAC, second offense. That makes this a misdemeanor,
Jarvis Joseph has some very
which
nice
is
books.
punishable by up to $1,000 fines plus court costs,
Money.
5 days to 1 year in jail, 30 to 90 days community service or both, any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. Court could also order you to pay the
Is there
cost of
about
the
to be a fight
prosecution and
with the
reimburse for
attorney
any
down there in the bottom?
emergency governmental
I
services.
saw that Beefcake
Mobilization
came
of your
in.
vehicle is mandatory. You understand all of that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down.
Thank you.
Understand all of that? Do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
God bless.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sir.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're
Mender
giving
to
up the right
salamander.
to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, sir.
Best security system
Are
you
you
could
on
ever have. Mr.
probation?
Dog.
No, sir.
Are you on parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything to get you to plead guilty to this charge?
No, sir.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No, sir.
Checking into a traffic.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, sir.
of your own free will
Yes, sir.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you did it.
December 20th, 2020. Location of Michigan Avenue and US 23 in Pittsfield Township, Washington County,
What do you
State
think
of
he had to
Michigan.
drink?
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, did you consume
Gosh, I don't
intoxicating
know. I don't know
liquor?
what he would drink.
Yes, sir.
Do you recall how much you had and what?
Half a pint of cognac.
Oh,
Right, were you
look at
stopped by the
this
police or
guy.
was there an accident?
oh, he did.
I was-
Granted, there was a fuel leak and there was a minor accident.
All right. Did the police arrive?
Yes, sir.
I believe my tire
Were you
melted.
taken to
Your
the
Honor.
hospital or to the police station?
Fuel leak.
Hospital.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, for the purpose of the plea, will stipulate that the blood alcohol level is 0.26.
Goodness.
And you don't have a reason to dispute
Wow.
that, do you, sir?
No, sir.
Ooga booga.
And had you
Yeah.
previously been convicted of operating with the high BAC
cognac
on or
hits
about
hard.
April 1st, 2015 in 35th District Court?
Yes, sir.
Stay safe out there.
Counsel, have I complied with the court?
It's all right. It's a dry heat.
You comply,
All
Judge.
right.
Judge, I was gonna say, Judge, just so you're aware, he was already screened by Mr. Schwartz. I don't know if you have that screening.
I don't have anything,
That's very
but he
odd.
was,
Yvonne
When wa-
Schwartz.
when was that?
It was a couple weeks ago, Judge.
Well, get to probation and see if that screening is acceptable. It shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you.
But I will make the referral to Von Swartz for an alcohol screening and assessment and the victims impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be June 15th, 2022, 9 a.m. or as your Zoom invite indicates.
All right, so
Bond
he's
will
coming back.
continue
Let's
with the
jump over to
condition.
Judge Donald
Thank you.
L. Allen Jr. is talking to Sloop John D. I have no
Sloop
idea
doggy
what's going on.
dog.
It's good to hear you have such reverence for your experience there.
Is
What do you think about
Judge
Ivor
Donald
Smarts?
like on a movie set?
We're actually
What's going on?
now for an incident that actually occurred.
Is my
back in
lighting
September.
well?
I like
Um,
Gunny's lighting.
I've actually everything has gone upward positively since I would say since October.
Call me
Uh,
Gunny.
September I got into a motorcycle accident where I was intoxicated, and
Uh-oh.
then October I checked myself into inpatient treatment, and then since October 9th I am now 7 months and 9 days sober.
Well, John D, congratulations on that. But just FYI, today the bar is set pretty high with the
Well,
drinking, so I hope
you've
you're a
been
pro.
exposed to two programs, not really. It sounds like it was more just an enlightened judge and probation officer in Kalamazoo, but certainly you've been exposed to our process where we have regular reviews, and you can see that I do develop a rapport with people because I get to know them over time. So, you know, you and I could potentially get to know each other if you decide that this is what you want to do.
It's a voluntary program. Don't have to do this. But if you do decide to do it, it will probably just tend to buttress the decisions that you've already made. And probably
what did
take
you
you
say?
to an even
Buttress?
higher level, because one of the things that I think happens
Dick
all the time
Butkus.
is you reestablish foundations that you get to a certain level, and that's the foundation where you reach for the next rung on the ladder.
Hot damn.
But there's always room for personal growth. And people seem to be surprised when I say that about myself, that I'm still reaching for the next rung on the ladder myself. You know, people look at me like I'm a finished product because I'm a judge, but I'm always looking to try and improve. So there's always room for you to continue to improve.
Whenever I see a judge, I say,
So you just
you
have to decide if
are a
this is what it
finished
is that
project
you're-
or product.
that you're ready to do, because it is
In both.
In both.
There's a stick that comes along with the carrot. And there's a program where there is accountability.
What a inspirational chat we're getting from the judge today.
Opportunity to
Analogies.
Judge might be
to
drunk.
engage with us today
Reach-
should help him.
Reaching for the rungs.
Remember, there's always a stick with the carrot, Lisa, okay?
Good to meet both of you gentlemen. Both
I
of
like
you
this
are
guy,
free to go about your day at this point.
Isn't happy hour anytime?
So let's go with Mr. Coleman. I don't know where Mr. Cartwriter is. Where's Mr. Cartwriter?
Go out in the hallway. Call his name 3 times. Oh, here he comes.
Okay. Mr. Coleman, I will just tell you straight up, you're about to get out of jail today.
Hey,
What great news, huh?
They're beating around the bush.
For long enough that I think you will tether out later this week anyway, but we don't need to keep you in for you to tether out. I needed you to think. I needed you to think. I needed you to think about your situation, because it seemed like hope was leaving you. And hope is so potent. If you don't have hope, it makes everything else sort of
Less
negotiable.
impotent.
But if you've got hope, then you've got an opportunity to have the kind of life that you're
Remember
supposed
somebody
to
that
have.
misspoke and said that one
It seemed
time?
like hope was eluding you.
Never
and
let it
that
down?
you were- And I talked to your girl about it.
20 years?
And I told you about the conversation I had with her. And as I reflect on it, I think that she's right about the whole notion of what's going on in Indiana is going to be whatever it is anyway.
Welcome, Pike.
It sounds like you've got greater hope for that situation now, based on what Christine was telling me, that there have been some conversations about getting you an attorney and being able to fight that situation.
He's really
and
coming in with
make
the
it more
inspiration today.
palatable, but it's still what it is, you know, in terms of you still have to have a life after you're done. You do, absolutely. But that was what the fear was, is that you were thinking that this was the end of the road. Oh, I was afraid of what was that.
Why is Gunny got a
And
smoke
I
machine
understand
running
that,
at his
but
house?
I guess I was just wanting
I
you to
thought
think
that too.
so
I
that you
wasn't
could see
sure. It almost
what
looks like
other
he's
people were saying.
smoking, but I don't
And
think
now
that he
it sounds
is.
like that's the case. And sometimes just having some time to yourself to reflect helps to clear the air so that you can think about what's important to you. So before I let you go, is there anything that
Let me give him a card.
bring to my attention, or anything you want to
This is one of those moments where I hope that the person that he's speaking to directly is actually listening. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But the chances are probably
Well,
slim
right
enough.
back at you, Gunny. Jesus, how rude. Right, Judge? Gee, I'm telling you, don't let Gunny do that in your courtroom. All right, we can't even hear the other guy.
Can't
We
hear the
got
other
our
guy.
Inspiration
They
for
have
the
known
day.
about
Let's
this
go over to
for
Washington.
longer than my motion has been pending. In addition to that, where we
Chris.
left off before the defendant fired his last attorney is that we were 6 months.
He still has his
apart in
cow box
negotiations.
somewhere in the
They're
closet.
negotiating prison. We were 6 months apart. I have since come forward now that Mr. Bernstein is on the case. I have come forward and I have agreed to amount of time that the defendant was
Oh, it's
requesting
Berenstein.
at the time that he fired his last attorney, which means I came down another
Wrong with
6
Ashley?
months. Like that, Mr. Ralph has decided to reset negotiations and has gone back to a point of
She's having a-
Ashley's
negotiations
a
where we
fan of
were
that.
2 years.
Yeah, she's having a bad
So
day.
to say that this is somebody who is really interested in moving forward and moving on with his life, I don't agree with that. I have made every effort I possibly can to resolve this case. We're at
Nicole coming in hot.
negotiations have broken down, and I would like Mr. Schroep on the record to reject my offer of 9.5 years in prison.
No, we're not. I'm sorry. I don't think it's. I don't think
9.5
Mr.
years?
Schroep is-
That was the
is-
best
is
deal we could
appropriate
come
for
up
him to
with.
be Talking for the remainder of the hearing, and I don't think we need to. I don't
Okay.
mean to get.
I'm happy
happy
to
to-
revoke the offer then. The offer of 9.5 years is hereby revoked. And Your Honor, I'm in a position where I have to request that this trial date be adjourned.
Wow.
I'm sorry, what did you say right at the end, Ms. Hughes?
I'm sorry.
And I'm in a
repeat all that.
position where, again, Your Honor, I have to
Say all
request
that
this,
again.
this trial date be adjourned. Thank you for letting me know that you couldn't.
Well, improve it. Just look it up over there.
This matter has been pending for a significant period of time, through no fault of the parties at times, and through the fault of the parties at times. Nonetheless, the issue for the court is whether or not an adjournment is requested and or mandated, more particularly, for our purposes.
I think maybe Melvin should have took
It comes
the
with great reluctance for the court to grant the people's motion simply because this matter has been pending without the court commenting on allegations that were just placed into the record by both sides.
I don't think we've heard yet.
As a result, there certainly seems to be good
No,
cause
we're
to
busy
allow
with
the
Melvin
request
right this second.
Hey, Eddie.
people are making. So I will grant the request
What
to
up?
cancel the trial scheduled for June 21st. And we'll hear the matter either Monday, October 3rd.
Did we
or
give
Monday,
Melvin his
October
teeth
11th.
back?
We're not going to get any info on Melvin, are we?
Nobody really screwed up.
We're going to come back. Ashley needs some help really quick. I just want you to see this cast of characters and Judge Rachel, Judge Terminator. She looks a little bit like her, doesn't she?
She really does.
But now Judge Leon, though, her face keeps going in and out. It's very odd.
Yes. Don't think
Anyways.
we're talking about Judge Leon up there.
October 10th is a holiday.
Okay, so Tuesday, October 11th. Okay.
Judge is pretty old.
I'm sorry,
Your-
October 10th is a holiday.
Let Melvin talk.
Your Honor, I'd like to address the court, please.
Yeah.
Please
Just a minute,
do.
please.
Yes, sir.
My God, please.
Excuse me. October 10th,
Melvin coming in to save the day. Here we go.
because of the holiday.
October 10th
Because we usually can figure out what he has done
is
when you
the
start
holiday,
talking.
so it would be Tuesday, October 11th for the trial.
Your Honor, I'd like to take that deal.
Again, so the court schedules trial for Tuesday, October 11th.
She got real snippy there, didn't she?
She was
Anything
not
else for
happy.
the record?
Mad as hell.
I'd like to say something, Your Honor.
Well,
I
Mr.
actually
Shroud,
wonder
you
if
did so
that
at your own peril.
would be.
I understand.
Like you could play that, I think. In
I
a certain
understand.
Go ahead.
Since this court's been pushed back the trial, I am going to ask the court at the next hearing that I represent myself.
Oh no! Don't do that. I mean, he just wants to be on a Law Talk with Mike episode.
That's the intention.
It's
Anything else for the record?
Do it, Melvin.
Ms. Hughes?
Nothing
Do it,
further.
Melvin.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Because
Thank you.
Nicole Hughes is a bitch. That's what he
Is
wants.
there another final pretrial
Oh, she just.
or we setting another final pretrial?
They all left.
Oh wait, she's back.
Even his lawyer left.
Purpose of the record.
Okay, they're back.
It's not tracked.
Wow.
Court will suggest and will schedule a final pretrial for
I can imagine his attorney told him to take the deal, and he's like, "Oh hell no."
I think he switched it up. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt. I just want to show you this very quickly while they're just going through some dates. This is a great live court here.
California representing everybody.
If the actual court's camera is this way, can you imagine what they allow you to do while you're on Zoom court with them?
Is that Judge Walk or Woke?
Walk.
Judge Woke.
Is that it?
You're all set, Mr. Schroeder?
It's another one of those days where we're going to be waiting all day just to see Ashley.
She's been waiting a while, so she's ready to talk. maybe she will take the deal Melvin didn't want. She says, "Hey, I'll take that 9.5 years, Your Honor. Put me in the pokey." The old pokey. By the way, guys, if you haven't already liked this video, please do so. If you're ever on Facebook, please think about sharing this out. We appreciate you guys all being here.
Yeah, and I want to say, we do this 5 days a week. Chases and cases, 5 days a week, 1 o'clock East.
YOLO.
YOLO, bro. We're with you at 1 o'clock East for We Got a Case, and then we fire things back up for We Got a Chase. Wild Wormin Wednesday at 4:05 today. So you know.
It's going to be a good one.
Let's see what's happened over at YOLO with Judge Dyer, who looks like he's
Okay, Isaiah Evans.
getting ready to leave. No? We good?
He's not very for a second I thought that was I thought that was
set trial, I believe.
Anderson Cooper.
What a morning.
Yep.
No, B-Shop, we've left it up to him.
He's working 17-hour days.
Cut it already.
Well, now you can look for Herman.
On it.
Numbers 4 and 5 on the supplemental, People versus Ashley Hines Walden.
Hey, we're on it. Look at this.
9 FH
Ashley, no, don't leave. It's your time for court.
She's trying to escape.
Armstrong, Assistant Prosecutor, on behalf of Keith.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein with and on behalf of Ms. Hines Walden. I see her on the screen there. Ms. Hines Walden, can you please say your name for the judge?
Ashley Hines Walden.
Is your mother there now?
Herman's there.
Your Honor, we're here for an arraignment on a bench warrant. Ms. Hines Walden had missed the last court date, and so she did turn herself in this morning so that she could get in front of Your Honor. Although she missed that last court date, she did get in touch with me pretty fast after missing that court date. I generally do have really good contact with her. Unfortunately, she does suffer from multiple health and health-related issues. She's been in and out of the hospital. She recently had a 2-week stay inpatient at a hospital for a place that is designed to help treat drug addiction and mental health treatment issues. So she's been working on taking care of herself and taking care of her health, but they've gotten her on new regimens of medications, and it's made her a little bit drowsy, a little bit sleepy, and so she's been having difficulty keeping appointments and whatnot. But I did email verification of that to the prosecutor so that she could be kept in the loop. But I think she's been doing a pretty good job getting back on track here. I've been talking to her every day for the last week or so. So I'm hoping that the court would please clear the bench warrant and allow us to get this case on a pretrial date so I can move forward and get this back on track.
Well, before I hear from the people.
I can't tell if it's that or marks on his face.
Matter is clear. Ms. Hines Walden, you're before the court today for arraignment.
It's like he laid his forehead on a grill.
Alleging certain violations, that one being failure to
got them
appear
grill
at
marks.
the circuit court on May 11th of 2022.
Very quickly, I just want you to see Michael Hightower.
Is he on a space station? What the hell?
Jump over to see Judge Herman in a minute, and we'll go over to Kim's
Yes,
court.
Your Honor, I did receive the documentation from Mr. Bernstein. I have no objection to the PR
Jump out
bond.
one more time, real
that,
quick.
with that information.
How are we going to proceed after
Judge,
the court grants the request for a PR bond?
If the court grants that request, be asking for an adjournment just to the June 1st date in 2 weeks from today.
They couldn't wake her
and
up.
we'll know
before.
exactly the direction of the case from there.
She's real tired.
And I've been speaking with Ms. Armstrong a bit about this case. We've had some good conversations, and we'll know exactly which direction the case will take on that date, Your Honor.
Okay, one additional question, Mr. Bernstein. And
Agent
that
Miller is a FBI agent.
Is your client going to testing, and or is the court or your client going to be testing? Because as I look at the most recent progress report from a week ago,
she got a runny nose.
you got a
What's
missed
she doing?
positive for THC, missed, positive for benzodiazepine, and another one missed between now and January. Any response?
Yes, Your Honor, no, Ms. Hines Walden, he's asking for me to respond, I think. The court's asking for me to respond. Yes, Your Honor, we do acknowledge some spotty testing history. I haven't been really involved in the case since January, so I don't all know.
Anna, good to see you.
Some of those things like the benzodiazepines are prescribed. She takes a host of prescribed medications. But you're right, there's no excuse for mistesting. What my hope is for moving forward, yeah, she has been in rehab in and out since this case has started, and she's
got
the 2 weeks
stay.
stint
Let her
in
talk.
rehab recently, which I think will help get this back on track moving forward. And I made it abundantly clear to her that she does need to follow those directions in testing if she's going to earn the court's consideration moving forward.
She's on them benzos, baby.
Ms. Armstrong, did you have anything else you needed to place on the record?
No, Your Honor, just again asking if the PR bond is granted, that the court also order for her to continue drug testing. Thank you.
Very well. The court will grant the request for a PR bond. We'll adjourn these matters to Wednesday, June 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon. And the defendant, she'll prepare herself for.
We talk about how tired and
getting
things
tested,
the
and
defendant
we'll
here
deal
is.
with that on June 1st.
Is the judge on those same benzos
Thank you,
that
Your
she was on? Because he sounds very tired.
If she's to drug test once a week,
I'm sorry.
if she's to drug test once a week.
Yeah. Testing was a one-time a week, so she'll
She's
continue
not
that.
gonna pass. I'm telling you. She's setting her up for failure. Young Ashley is take off your coat, stay a while. All right, let's get to Scarface here. Oh, we getting real comfortable. He talks like this, and he lets everybody know that the young lady was, as our friend earlier Viking said,
Second
pissing
number
hot
34, People versus
on the
Maurice
devil's
Anderson,
lettuce.
2215 FH.
Juan Armstrong, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the People.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Joseph Hall, appearing for and on behalf of Mr. Anderson, who is here at my office, approaching from our waiting area.
Oh my God, Ashley looks different.
Yeah, she definitely is. Now I will be RB.
Have a seat.
Do your thing.
And state your name for the record. Yeah, I'm just trying to get you. And could you say your name for the record? Maurice Terrell Anderson. Thank you. Your Honor, we're here. Today is the time and date set for sentencing in this matter. My client and I have had a full opportunity to read and review the pre-sentence investigation report. We have no corrections, additions, or deletions to supply to the court regarding that document at this time.
Very well. Anything for the people in response?
No, Your Honor.
Michael
No
Galley,
additions,
ladies and gentlemen.
clarifications to the PSIR, and we'll just ask the court to follow the recommendation.
And Your Honor, we would essentially join in to that request. There is one point that I did want to bring to Your Honor's attention.
Not that kind of show.
And that is that condition number.
Let's go over and see what's happening over here with Judge Hoyman.
Garbage all over the yard. They have 3 cars parked in the driveway on blocks. I've already paid $300 in blight tickets, and there's another $200 ticket being issued.
Why are you paying for the blight ticket when it's the owner of the property that would be cited?
Because it's not the owner of the property's fault. It's my mother's.
Your mom works on cars, does she?
For 11 years. He's a wonderful person.
I tell you what I want. I tell you what I want you to do. The owner of the property,
Yes.
Love this guy. Man.
you get him to zoom in.
Get him to zoom in.
Yeah. I'll
All right.
pass. You get him to zoom in, because I don't think I'm getting the whole story.
All right.
You call him up and you get him to zoom in. We'll come back to it.
Not today.
All right. Let's go to mortgage equity conversion versus McReynolds Fairley.
Uh-oh.
C20G4199LT. Who is on this map?
Good afternoon.
Your
Honor. Morella Albu. for-
Everybody talk at once, please.
Jacob Wojtkovich for defendant.
Yes, sir. All right. Where are we at, people? Is Mr.
Your Honor.
Fairley here?
I have not been able to contact Mr. Fairley since the last hearing. I filed a limited appearance just for that previous hearing. I told you I would try and help
Down at the space
facilitate
station, yeah.
Mr. Fairley purchasing his property back. I've been unable to contact him. I've left him numerous messages, so I am I'm withdrawing from this, Your Honor. There's nothing I can do. I can't communicate with him.
Say you've exhausted all of your efforts. Whoa. Did I get that right?
Well, okay.
Warrant time.
Albu, what do you have to say about that?
Your Honor, I have not heard from anyone since the last hearing either. Our position hasn't changed. You adjourned the last hearing for Mr. Fairley to talk to his attorney and figure out his options. But what I'm hearing is that his attorney has not been able to contact him.
Is he still in the house?
As far as we know, yes.
I hate that I missed that one, Nancy. I heard it was good, though.
Yeah, I don't know, Your Honor. Like I said, I haven't been able to get a hold of him. And it's not like him to not be in court. As far as paperwork that I received, he made every court date.
You guys notice the extra graphics
So I
now
don't know
up on
if,
we got a case
if he's okay or
graphic there. I love it. It's perfect.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I've tried calling him. Nothing.
Space stations.
Yeah, well, ordinarily he comes down here,
Back to Earth.
he puts on those headphones, to amplify our voices. So I don't
Who's
know.
hard of hearing?
And we don't have his daughter's phone number to call her and see if he's okay. He wouldn't give it to us.
He the attorney just said he's
I think I have
basically
his
done
daughter's
with
phone
us.
number.
He can't get up with him.
I think somebody did some detective work.
Okay.
We might actually have it in the file.
Okay.
He's a son of a bitch. I wanted out of this.
You want to try it?
I can try it.
We think.
Get your phone ready.
Why don't you just call? We think her name is Michelle Fairley.
She's single, Your Honor.
We
Ready
got
to
two
mingle.
numbers. And she might be in Grand Blanc.
Okay.
We got
Okay.
760. These are both 810. I'm sorry. Both of these are 810.
Okay.
Start dialing.
4767.
Third caller gets a T-shirt.
Loud will see you at 4:05 for we got a Chase Wild Worman Wednesday today.
Okay, if you
Very
give me
wild.
2
Very
minutes, I'll
woman-y.
give her a call, Your Honor.
We'll pass it and we'll get back to you.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did he go to Subway today? Is that a Subway cup?
He loves Subway. I will say that. He does love Subway.
Eat fresh.
The man knows what he likes.
Hey, Craig, how you been? Oh, rude.
Are we trying to contact Michael or are we just
We're waiting for him to break through that one barrier that burns up, that part. He's getting close. We'll be here.
Look at that escape hatch. It's like ready to go. Okay, so
Your Honor.
Yeah. Get a zoom in.
Your Honor. Mr. Stanfest is trying to join our group.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I know I was able to get a hold of him.
So they were talking,
Well, this is good. Maybe some progress can be made.
and he said, "Get this person to zoom in." She was talking about cars up on blocks, and it's all her mother's fault, apparently.
You see him?
And he said that, or she said that.
If you see him
Oh.
joining. Okay, we're gonna go back on the record and
well, I heard him say hello.
This might be good.
Wiznat versus Rebecca Kaufman.
Poor Hightower. Here all day.
Okay, sir, what's your name?
Yeah. Todd Stanfest.
Spell
TODD STANDFEST.
Smoke 'em if you got a Michael Hightower.
All right, listen. Do you?
Whoa, hey now.
Here we go.
Yes, I do.
Gee, wonder what he just got done doing.
Okay, well, I'm trying to understand.
Oh my God. Wait, hey, whoa.
Whoa! Whoa! Green!
Because you did.
Back, Aiden. I cut
He
you a
just took a
break and
junk
released you
out.
on the electronic monitor.
initial lease was
Thereafter,
Oh my
Mr. Nava, am I
goodness.
correct that he had some problems with the electronic monitor and that's what brought him
He
back
just
to Kim?
whipped it out. Literally, we didn't see it.
He just got a cup and he's going to the bathroom right now he's going to the
peeing in a
bathroom
cup.
on Zoom court.
I
He doesn't
mean,
have the authority to do that.
He just took a cup. I just saw him take the
I
cup
received
over.
information. Am I correct, Mr. Nava, that
if
he
she
may have
wants to have her mother move out of her
He's
home,
going to
then-
the bathroom on Zoom court.
yeah, he is
listen to me.
pissing in a cup as we
The
speak.
person who has the right to
Aiden,
bring eviction
you're
action,
Oh,
owner
there's
of
the cup.
not a tenant. I haven't seen any kind of sublease or anything that conveys any rights to her like that.
He just pissed in a cup right there. He just whipped it right on out.
So it's on you.
Whoa, I cannot believe we just caught that live.
Well,
And is Rebecca your mother, Ms.
Piss jokes.
Wisman? You
I'm
didn't say that.
speechless. I'm sorry. I'm completely speechless.
That's what I was trying to
the
say.
Riley Martin piss
That
jug
I-
exclusive.
That's why she's living there.
Well,
She's
it's
my mother.
well, you don't have the authority.
Wow.
He
I'm
does.
sorry. I just,
Did you guys see the cup by any chance?
you see the wang by
People,
chance.
Your Honor, they're destroying the home.
Ma'am, I get all of that. Why do you think I told you to call him and put him on the Zoom?
I think we're the only ones that just.
Explaining why I was
Okay,
doing.
time out. Time out. Time out. I'm going to dismiss this case because it's not the owner that has brought it. She does not have the legal authority. She can't file a non-payment of rent case because she does not owe any rent. The rent doesn't go to her. So it's so Mr. Stanford, I guess you understand what your role has to be at this point, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
You know, he peed on his hands a little bit. He ain't that good.
Yeah.
Well, let me just ask you one other question. Did you allow other people to move into the property?
I'm done. I'm done today now.
Did I or did Melissa?
Yeah. Did you?
Melissa had mentioned to me that her mother was going to be moving in with her, so yes.
I'm not talking about her mother. I'm talking
Question.
about any other people
No.
besides.
Is there enough that we're gonna have to
Are
get
there
rid of
other
this
people
entire
there?
thing, or are we good?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
I'm
I don't
I'm
think so
unaware.
either,
I
Ed.
don't know. I don't know
think
who
we're
all
good.
is there.
Yeah, you're in Zoom court. No, I mean,
Well, Mr. Standfast, do you live in Flint?
And for the longest
No, I
time, we
don't.
were just watching a
Where do you
ceiling.
live?
I'm in Flushing.
Nate, good to see you too, buddy.
Standfast, I think that maybe you ought to
Mr. Nasty.
check on your property.
like a guy have no clue. I am
I was
so
going by just what Melissa was telling me, so I understand what I need to do now.
You know, Creed,
Fine.
sometimes you
It's
just
just
gotta know
a-
when to cut it. And I think we should probably just cut it here. I mean,
I think that's it for today. I because I know I got to go back and watch the whole thing. I gotta, and I think you're absolutely right.
that was something else. Mr. Hightower, I mean, he came in hot. Go back and see if we can watch the entire thing without having to leave. Because let's see, there's the cup. He's coming in. Good for him.
Do you want to rewatch this now from front to back and see,
Yeah, I think so.
or do you want me to look? Because
Look real fast off camera. Drop it down and look and see.
to the beginning of this, I thought it
Yeah.
was just adjusting.
No, when he
The
started,
thing that I don't understand is, here's where we were.
and it went from that to him, and I'm like, okay, cool, we're fine. And he's like, all
Give me
right.
just a second. I'm gonna watch when he gets it out.
Make sure. My question is, I saw something that was either his thumb or something else. He has very
Yeah. All right. I'm watching now. You do the comments for just a second. I'm gonna watch this.
yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
If we can rewatch this whole thing, then down. He's just well. No. All right. We're all right. We're okay.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We're okay. For the initial, he picks it up and just kind of sets it over.
Over the side. I mean, good for him, as I was saying earlier. I mean, his name could be Long Tower.
It's all right. We want to listen. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, we're done for the day. We got a case is over. If you leave now, I understand. Trust me, I understand. We're gonna rewatch this.
It's Michael Hightower, The Golden Shower,
in its entirety. So I'm going to say viewer discretion is advised. You're not going to see anything.
but you know what he's doing. I mean,
You know what he's doing. Do we want court on in the background, or we're just going to watch in silence? What do you think?
Do you have any porno music we could play over the top of it as he's undoing his belt? I mean,
Give me just a second.
He's definitely that's our first person we've had pee in a cup on the show. I mean, that's a first. I'm kind of shocked because it's like, he's on camera.
How's that?
Perfect.
Oh, you did, Double F. You're right. All right, here we go. He's committed. He's ready. Going for the belt.
Well, we're all rewatching it together.
We're unzipping. The underwear down a little bit. Just flop it right. Yep. Just grab it. Flop it right over. There you go. All right.
Hand perfectly, by the way.
Now, grab the cup.
Ow. These boys ride the streets. Big wheels and big deals. but nothing slows them down. No, sir.
Why do you always see me grab an extra large coffee cup from the pilot? That's why.
When he's on the street and on the beat, he knows where he needs to put his meat. In a coffee cup.
In a cup. I think he cuts it. Did you see him looking down, catching how much we're getting into that? Oh, a little couple shakes there. Underwear back up over it. We're good. All right. We're free and clear. Man.
Wow. Well,
that is it.
Never let it be said that he was late for court for any stupid reasons.
Wow. And again, I just want to point out that for all the time before that.
Oh, a lot of time. What was he doing?
Of the ceiling.
Off camera. I mean, yeah, let me do the paperwork. Wrap this thing up.
I can't believe we just saw. I really. Wow. And Judge Herman had no idea. Nobody.
Zero clue.
Is that the noise that it makes when he took it out? And
I thought I heard it hit the bottom of the cup. I'm not making that up. It's pretty good. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What a day.
Check his Facebook. Yeah. That should be interesting.
All right. That's it.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Try to end on a higher note than that.
Yes. Well, we appreciate everybody that was kind enough to join us today.
June.
Oh.
Did I just see you pissing a cup?
Okay.
This
So,
is back
are you
live, by the way.
wanting me to put it over to see if that happened?
Or put it over side of a cup?
If you want to, yes, sir.
Man.
Wow. I can't believe that just happened, but it did. Wow. It's back again, 405 East for We Gotta Chase. Wild Truck Driver Wednesday on We Got a Case, and Wild Worman Wednesday on We Gotta Chase today, 405 East. Thank you guys. I'm glad we didn't see it. He covered it up just perfectly.
Strategically, it's not his first rodeo. This man's a road warrior.
We're not ended on a high note. We're ended on a high tower.
Couldn't say it any better. If you guys have already liked this video, please do so.
Paul,
no matter what.
The smoking, the eating of the 2 steaks that time, and then going and laying down. The different. That's number one. That's literally number one.
The old number one.
Good luck topping that. And I'm so happy that it happened on one of our faves with Judge Herman. And I hope that he knows. Anyways, thank you guys again so much. Hey, don't forget to slap a like on it on the way out if you haven't. Subscribe if you're new here, right? Am I saying that all right? Notifications on. Sonia,
did you see what happened?
Sonia, I hope you've went to the bathroom before court.
Sonia, you a Prince fan?
Are you really a Prince fan? No, Sonia. Oh.
All right, guys. Yeah. Make sure you do all the stuff you're supposed to do. And until next time, please remember.
I'm sorry. I'm basically speechless at this point.